Hey, I'm Dr. Nicolia, and I'm so pumped and excited that you're joining me today. As a best-selling author, I'm going to be honest, the journey is not always seamless or pretty, but I feel like unfortunately when people see people launch a product like a journal or a planner or a book, they think that the journey must be seamless or easy, and it's not always that way. So what I wanted to do is compile different videos of me on my journey to publishing my most recent journal so that you can really see what the process looks like, but why it's worth it in the end. So first things first, I got the idea to create a gratitude journal for kids because my daughters and I started incorporating gratitude into our day-to-day practices, and I loved it. I saw a total difference, not only in my life, but in their lives as well. And I remember hearing them even talking to their friends about it. And I'm like, you know what? More kids need to know about the gift of gratitude. So I was inspired to create it. Shortly after the idea popped into my head, I heard from a local bookstore that publishes books and wondered if I had any type of journal for kids. And I was like, wow, if that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. So I went live with them on Instagram, shared my concept and my idea, got a lot of great feedback. And to me, that was confirmation for me to move forward with the idea. And this is where it begins. Before I dive into absolutely any writing, the very first thing I do is I pick an affirmation that I want to hold tight to throughout the entire process. And every time I walk through a door frame, I recite that affirmation. And every time I sit down to write, create, or work on the publishing process, I also recite that affirmation because I really want to embed that affirmation into my mind. So the affirmation that I'm choosing this time is that my journal is going to change lives all over the world. And every time I say that, it inspires me, it motivates me, and it encourages me. So I challenge you, if you're starting now, to pick an affirmation that's going to secure you and help you to align with the success that you desire and deserve. So a big part of the writing process is really organizing your writing schedule, because if I could give you a pie chart, I'd probably say 80% of the journey is actually getting the writing done. When it's time to launch it, that's probably the most exciting part, but you got to make sure you prioritize the organization, laying out your market research, and really putting it together to write up a comprehensive book, planner, or journal, whatever you're doing, and making sure that you're organizing and creating it in a way that really speaks to your ideal buyer. So one of the things I do as an author is I do a lot of market research. So I talk to people who would be like an ideal reader for what I'm writing and ask them questions. So one of the things that I did for my upcoming Kids Gratitude Journal is I interviewed my daughter. So when you think of gratitude, what do you feel like would be helpful as it relates to gratitude?
I feel like thankfulness.
Okay.
And anything that shows someone giving something to someone else, because that means they are grateful for their own things and they would like to make someone else grateful for what they have now.
Okay. Do you feel like gratitude is something that should be practiced like once a week, once a day? What do you think?
Once a second.
Once a second. Okay. I'll take that. Okay, perfect. When you think about gratitude, do you feel like kids should be learning gratitude?
Yes.
Okay, and then what colors do you feel like kids should, when you think of gratitude, like what colors come to mind?
Pink, blue, purple, yellow, red, and orange.
Okay. So right now it is late and I like to work around the clock because sometimes I don't deal with distractions late at night when people aren't texting me, social media notifications aren't going off, my kids aren't asking for a million things. But I will be honest, sometimes as tempting as it is, you got to say no to the remote, put it aside, and really dig deep. So I'm doing some writing, I'm formatting, working on my synopsis, and emailing my cover designer to get some final things into play. So if you're working, just know I'm holding space for you and sending so much love and want you to keep going. The outcome is going to be so worth it. Hold that affirmation in your mind, hold tight to it, let that be the foundation, and keep going. You got this. So along with market research I do with like physical people, I'll do market research on Amazon. So as I'm working on this gratitude journal, I look up different gratitude journals and just try to see like what they're doing that's different or similar to me. What I really like to do is I like to go to their reviews, because I feel like reviews tell a lot. People tell what they hate, people tell what they love, people tell what they wish was different, and I can take all of that and kind of weave it in to exactly what it is that I am creating. So Amazon's an amazing tool on the creation journey. All right, so I wanted to walk you through the back end process of me talking to my cover designer. So I used Fiverr this round, and I'm actually really impressed. It's not something I always use, but I did, and I really like it. So this was me detailing all the information she needed. I gave her the synopsis, I gave her my bio, I sent a picture, I told her the ISBN number, I told her the title, and I gave her some ideas. So child friendly, rainbow of gratitude, words attached, things like that. I try to give as much detail as possible. So then, we go through the process of kind of emailing back and forth to kind of talk through everything, which she's talking about COVID. And this time I only paid $60 for my cover, which is pretty good because I also got some mock-ups. And she can make me either the paperback or ebook versions, even though I won't turn this into an ebook. So that was the first round. The only thing different that she did was that she originally had made it blue, the background blue, and it was just too colorful for me. So somewhere in these emails we emailed, and that might have been deleted at this point, but here is when she gave me the like mock-up of it all, and I was super excited to be able to like see it. So now this is something that I can use on my website and to be able to share even before I actually have the book in my hand. Having this is a great marketing tool to have. So whenever you're getting your cover design, make sure you ask for a mock-up and make sure you're really specific about colors and themes and all the things, so it makes the creation process easier for the designer. So a big part of the process is getting your layout together. That's huge. So this is the behind the scenes of me after I have formatted this quite a few times. I formatted it in Word, saved it as a PDF, and here I am going through it. I'm so excited. So now I get to see like each little page, and I get to see it actually coming through. I'm so excited. It's almost ready. I tell myself that every single day. So I went ahead and I put the 5-minute gratitude journal for kids on my website. So now I officially have a website that I can send people to and they can order, so that when it's time to start sharing, I've been pre-seeding, but when it's time to start sharing, I get to let people know where to come. And by pre-seeding, I mean I've been kind of dropping hints that the book is on its way, the journal's on its way. So this is my official website. Let's see. My official website for it is NicoliaWilliams.com/product/5-minute gratitude journal for kids. Very long, but I'll be able to embed that onto any social media post or anything like that. So there it is. All right, so I'm going to do some amazing unboxing, unwrapping, uncutting, unmailing, whatever you want to call it. So as you can tell in my unboxing video, I got my book, baby, and I'm so excited. So here it is. Unfortunately, KDP gives you this like ugly stripe on the front that says not for resale, but the purpose of this is to be able to scroll through it and make sure it feels good, make sure it looks good so that you can hit publish. So what I just spent some time doing is I went through and I looked through every page and it looks superb, which means that my next and final step is to be able to hit publish on KDP, and then it'll be out in the world with up to 72 hours, and then I get to tell everyone about it, which I kind of already have been doing anyway. And so I'm so pumped and excited to be able to get this out here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. It feels so good at this part of it, which again reminds you why the journey makes it so worth it. So keep pressing, because then you'll be able to hold your book, planner, or journal in your hand, and it's gonna feel so real when it happens. All right, so now that I have the proof and I know it's ready to go, I like to start sharing and preceding, which I've kind of been doing along the way anyways, giving previews of my cover. I did an unboxing video. I did things like that. But here's like some examples of things I'll post. So I just made a post 4 minutes ago. about it on my social media. And then I also did a video about the book and why it helps. I called it All Parents Listen Up, and got some good feedback about that so far. So those are just some examples. So when you're on your journey, make sure that you're preceding and letting people know it's coming for sure. So now it's real. I went through, I got the proof, I looked through the proof, I made sure everything was in good shape. I double checked everything on my pages, and now you guys are here walking with me through this as I hit publish. It's so real, guys. It's so real. I've been saying every day, you know, this journey, I've been saying it's getting ready to come. It's getting ready to come. And here it is. It's really here. So now in the next 72 hours, it'll be available for purchase, and I'll get like an email, and I'll make sure to include you guys. I'm so excited. All right, guys, so you've been rocking with me for some time as I have been working super diligently on my children's gratitude journal. So I'm so excited because now we're officially going to do an unboxing because it just got mailed, and now we get to see it in final form. It's already out online, which is super exciting because I already bought the proof copy, as you saw. So now I get to just see it first. So excited. All right, guys, you ready? Here it is, my beautiful baby, all my work. It's here. Oh, mwah, mwah. I'm so excited, guys. I can't stress enough just how amazing this feels to actually be able to hold the final fruit of your labor, I guess, so to speak. So here it is, all things beautiful. And as you can tell, I have all of my other books and things behind me. So now this officially gets to go on the shelf as well. Not only on Amazon shelf, but my shelf back here. And then I like to hold these copies for those that if I'm in person or run into someone and they'd like to order a copy, I now have this. So here it is. I just wanted you guys to be here and enjoy my excitement as I got to dive in deep and see what it looks like. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me to watch this part. Oh, this is so awesome. I can't wait to share it with my kiddos, and yeah. Overall, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. As you can tell, it required work, sacrifice, and discipline. But more importantly, it was so worth it in the long run. So keep pressing. If you have a powerful idea that you know needs to be out in the world, make it happen. No more excuses, no more exceptions. The world is waiting for you. Are you ready?